It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Worldwide Sports Radio presents the Haystack Show with Mike Guido.
And here we go. It is a Friday. It's the Haystack of the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, WorldwideSportsRadio.com. Mike Guido, Evan Mazza, Matt Catarizzola. Great to have you in. I got a feeling this show is just going to it's just going to go kind of pretty randomly. It's not going to have too much structure. It's going to be kind of like yesterday where we spend a lot of time just, fighting and reviewing things. And
reviewing a top Super Bowl list.
Oh, my God. You were baffled by that whole list.
Super Bowl 5 is apparently not the worst Super Bowl of all time. Apparently.
The Blunder Bowl.
The Blunder Bowl, 11 turnovers, the loser of the team loser. Cowboys won Super Bowl MVP, Chuck Howley.
Half the show is going to be me trying to catch these damn flies that just fly around everywhere. Did you get them? Did you get them? Did you get them?
Of course I didn't. God, they are just...
This is so terrible. Oh, God.
We're just subject to their whim at this point.
I know. We literally are going to lose the battle every day, and it's not going to get any better.
It's okay.
I mean...
We're superior beings anyway.
Well, not right now. They're making a fool out of us.
Yeah, well, I have opposable thumbs, so...
So screw them.
Yeah, so they can suck it.
I can drive a car. They can't. Yeah, but we can't fly.
That is facts. We can't fly.
Is that like the superpower? Is that like the superpower any like you guys would want?
Everybody wants to be
power
able to fly.
It's the most overrated superpower, though.
Ooh, I'll tell you.
What, you would have no interest in flying whatsoever?
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but it wouldn't be my first choice.
What would you want to do first? Like, what would be your first choice for a superpower?
If I could have any superpower ever?
Ever.
Laser eyes.
Teleportation.
Oh, that, yeah, okay.
That's
Dude,
an
think about
underrated
it. You could never be late for anything, ever. And you don't have to pay for gas.
I'm late every day. That actually...
My time management is garbage. So, like, if I have to be somewhere at noon, like, I'm showering at, like, 11:40, right?
Yeah.
So, like, teleportation, just, it's instant. Boom. Like, there's no... Think about not having to commute anywhere, ever. You know what's cool? Like, a little thing. Did you get it? Of course not.
I don't get it. How are these things so quick? It's unbelievable.
And I would get a complimentary superpower with it, too. Anyone I'm touching teleports with me. So, let's say, like, if, like, me
So,
and
like, if you...
Yeah, like, right there. Boom. See?
And then we're both, like, in Alaska.
I would never go to Alaska. I don't know why we would go together.
We'd go to Miami. We'd go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dope.
We could be on the sideline.
Dope.
Yep. And then by the time security's like, hey, wait, you're not supposed to be here. Boom. I'm already home.
Mike teleports to Jerry Jones's yacht.
Yeah, we'd become like a threat to national security.
Yeah.
We'd be
FBI's most wanted list.
Yeah, we'd be just like, all right, find this man, and then we just keep teleporting places, just like, all right, boop, boop,
Yo,
boop,
put me in
boop,
prison. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the beach of Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Dubai and just
chill out with
be there, whatever's there.
And chill out with my homies in like the islands that are shaped like the United States. Unbelievable, man. I swear, some of the stuff they got in Dubai is insane. I don't know where we're going with this.
We're on a tangent, and I don't like it.
I kind of love it.
What's yours? Are you flying? Are you flying, Evan?
My first...
Am I flying? Oh, boy.
No, Evan's going to choose something, like, really nerdy. He's going to choose, like, I want to be able to... I want to be able to shoot lasers at people with my eyes or something like that.
I might
cool.
choose speed. I might choose super speed.
Well, that just
speed.
teleport. You don't have. That's the fastest form of travel there is.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Boop.
Yeah, dude. Why would I run really fast somewhere when I can blink and then I'll just be there?
Yeah, but running is like fun.
Yeah, it's actually a really great idea.
Running is fun. I have asthma. Running's never been fun for me.
Running
Running has never been fun.
Running fast.
I have asthma.
Running fast at the
you.
speed of sound would be pretty dope. That'd be pretty fun.
I don't know. I might second Matt on that.
Teleportation.
Like that, yeah, that would be
Teleportation.
That
dude.
would be so awesome.
Honestly, teleportation or like shape-shifting. Just become
That
anything.
Shape-shifting is
Just
I'm going to become Patrick Mahomes.
I can just become anything. Anything, any human, animal, anything.
If you could become one person, who would it be?
For a day, for a year, for the rest of my life, for the rest of their life. What do you mean?
For the rest, okay. If you could become one person for a day,
One person for one day?
yeah,
Could they be alive or dead?
could be anybody, ever. Oh my God. I mean, like, if you became them for one day, I bet if you chose a dead person, you'd be dead for a day. But
Well, no, I mean like when they were living.
oh, okay. I mean, okay. Anybody you want? Who?
Oh my God! Anybody I want ever?
Anybody you want
Dude,
ever?
I don't know.
I am opening the book for you.
That is an impossible question. I would need like 5 choices. Like I would need like
No.
I don't know if I can be anybody for a day, past or present.
Should be an athlete, an actor.
That's what I'm thinking. Like if I could be an athlete, like
Should be Hugh Hefner.
Like I would listen. If I feel like being an athlete would be easy because I'd be like, okay, I would be this person on this day. Like if I could be Russell Wilson when they beat the Broncos 43-8, that would be probably a pretty cool day. Like go home and
Honestly, I don't think I'd.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I don't
right?
think I'd rather be anybody else in the country ever, anybody else in the world than Joe Burrow when he won the national championship.
Oh, maybe Ed Orgeron every day of this year.
Yeah, go Tigers.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, honestly, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. Joe Burrow on the night of the national championship.
So, I'm not even kidding, and I apologize.
Joe Burrow this whole year. Joe Burrow this whole year.
How many? I don't know if he has a girlfriend or not. I don't know. He probably does, but at some point, like, you got to wonder, like, if he didn't, I mean, the amount of women that he could have had is off the charts.
Ooh, or like Reggie.
Off the charts. I mean, there are women tweeting about it that are just like, the things that I would let Joe Burrow do to me are like illegal. I'm like,
I was one of those people.
were you? you would do that?
No, that's a good one. That is a really good one, actually. If I could be anybody for a whole day, Joe Burrow the night they won the national championship.
I would be on that. I would totally be on that. All right, Evan, what about you?
Anybody ever?
For one day.
Oh my God, that's such a difficult question. I don't even know.
Dan
I don't
Bilzerian.
even know.
Any day ever, because he just does cool stuff and he has a lot of money.
That is such a lame answer.
Why? Why is that a lame answer?
Because everybody says that.
Really?
Everybody says, oh, yeah, I'd love to be Dan Bilzerian.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would pick like, I'd be like Kanye or I'd be like LeBron. I feel like they'd pick something like Drake. They'd pick something generic.
Jordan.
No.
Jordan.
Well, okay. I mean,
Nice.
if Jordan, like,
Wow.
I don't know where that came from. But if you could be Jordan for a day, like, you'd still have to play basketball like that night or something, and you'd probably have to go ham and score 40, like, and
Yeah,
I don't want
right.
to do that. I don't want to do that at all. I'm not good at that. I can't do that. Maybe if I was Jordan, I could, but it still takes a lot of work. Like,
I'd be Wilt Chamberlain the night he scored 100 points.
why, dude? Literally just go to your local, like, the next family gathering you have that's
Just go
outdoors.
off.
No, the next family gathering you have that's outdoors. Do you have, like, little cousins or anything?
All my cousins are older. Almost.
Okay, pretend you have I have a lot of little cousins. Pretend you have a lot of little cousins, okay?
Okay, you have a lot of little cousins.
I have a lot of little cousins.
Okay.
So, literally, if you go in the backyard and there's a basketball hoop there, just play one-on-one against all of them. That's what it would be like. That's the same feeling. Just utter dominance, and it's so
Yeah,
easy.
except that's in front of your family, and the other thing is in front of a stadium with 50,000 fans in it.
Okay. You think like a 1964 regular season game for Will Chamberlain has like, that's the crowd you want to impress?
Yes.
That would be the one day?
Yes. It probably isn't. But I feel like it'd be cool.
I would take Burrow. I think Burrow is a really good choice.
All right, this one's gonna sound cliche.
I swear to God, if this fly does not stop flying in front of me.
This is gonna sound cliche because I'm sure everyone has said this, but I'm gonna go to the past and say Babe Ruth,
That's a good one.
greatest baseball player of all time.
That's a really-
arguably.
I'm
that's a
surprised
really
you
good
didn't say, like, David Wright.
That's a really
David
good.
Wright.
That's a
David
really.
Wright.
That's a really good one.
David Wright.
That's a good one. I like that.
Evan would like to be Carlos Beltran on the day where he looked at a fastball right down the middle to end the
Yeah, actually,
NLCS.
It was a curveball. Actually, get it right, Mike. It was a curveball.
Sorry, it was a curveball, but you looked at strike 3 that was literally dead center in the middle of the plate.
God.
Curveball.
It was a curveball. Yeah.
If you called it a fastball, maybe he would have swung. But if it was a fastball, maybe. But it's a curveball.
Yeah, maybe if it was a fastball, he'd still be the Mets manager.
Well, that's. I don't know if that.
I don't know. He's like, well, I don't know if that's accurate.
Okay.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's not.
We don't know what the real motive is.
I don't know.
Yeah. Brody Van Wagenen was just like, all right, you know what, Carlos, you remember, I know like this whole cheating thing is going on, but that's not the reason we're firing you. Yeah. You remember 2006?
We're gonna say.
Yeah.
We're gonna say it is.
Screw you, dude. This is how it feels.
We're gonna say it is.
Even though
but-
Brody Van Wagenen wasn't there in 06.
Who cares? Brody Van Wagenen was probably still in high school in 2006. What?
I just hear this thing. in my
I
ear.
hear Evan just like, what?
Oh,
All
oh
right.
my God.
Anyway,
The things we talk about.
I don't know why that conversation arose,
Anyway,
but
the
it did.
Super Bowl is on Sunday.
Anyway, so the biggest sports game of the year is in 2 days.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, Lord.
That's true. And I don't know why I'm so reluctant to talk about it. I feel this every year towards Super Bowl week because I have to sit here in front of a mic and I have to tell you all what is going to happen in the Super Bowl. Okay? I have to tell you, oh, well, the Niners, they have a great defense. And they run the ball incredibly well. But the Chiefs, they got Patrick Mahomes. They're going to score a lot of points. So I think this game is going to turn out this way. Okay. How many angles can I take that? In all reality, how many angles can I take that? And also in reality, I don't know crap. Okay, it's the Super Bowl. Okay, if you think about what the Super Bowl is every single year, it is not at all what anybody expects ever. It isn't. Okay, most people get the prediction wrong. Most people get the outcome of the game wrong. Most people get the path the game takes wrong. Most people get it wrong. That's just the way that it is. Okay, last year when we got Patriots-Rams, we were expecting this game to be 44-41. Instead, it was 13-3. And the Patriots were lucky to score 13 points. It was not a pretty football game. In fact, I thought it was a pretty boring Super Bowl. I'm sure Evan loved it because Evan doesn't care if anybody scores all season. As long as there's 3 points at the end of the year where somebody wins, he's happy. Everybody can kick a field goal for the rest of the entire season. That's going to be the only way that anybody scores, and he would love it because it's great defense.
Did you see Dak Prescott's comments? You saw his comments yesterday.
Yes,
right?
I understand, Evan.
You saw his comments.
Yeah, that makes no sense, buddy. But we have no idea. Listen, I'm going to sit here and tell you, I'm making a guess. Okay, I'm not telling you this is what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. You can take my word for it. No, I'm not interested in that. Sorry, I'm just not. I'm one of those guys that's going to be honest with you. I'm going to be one of those guys that isn't going to throw you crap analysis. Okay, I think the Super Bowl will happen in a particular way. Okay, I think that the 49ers won't be able to score enough points to catch up with the Chiefs' offense. I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay, I think the Niners are going to try and play keep away with their running game. They're going to try and pressure Patrick Mahomes. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. But the truth is that the Chiefs just scored too many points. They're going to air the ball out. They got big explosive plays. I think Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce match up really well against that secondary. I think the Chiefs win. 34-29. That's my final score. Okay? I'm throwing in my pick now. The Chiefs, I think, are going to win the Super Bowl over the Niners. And I know that I kind of have the unpopular pick. Everybody's going Niners, 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 Niners. And I understand why. They're a better, more well-rounded football team. But let's be honest. Matchups win in the NFL. Matchups win in sports. Okay? You go to the NBA, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if a team doesn't have a lot of shooters. If your star matches up well against the other team's star, it heightens your chances of winning. Okay? The same thing in the NFL. If you match up well, it doesn't really matter if you're a better team. They have the matchup against you. And I think the Chiefs have the matchup against the 49ers. That they are built to beat a team like the 49ers. That's what I am predicting will happen. I'm not telling you that it is going to happen. I could be totally off base. Okay, I could say that Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, they match up great against this Niners defense. They both have 2 catches for 20 yards, and I'm totally wrong, and I look like a donkey on Monday. And I don't care, because it's the Super Bowl. It's the most unpredictable sports game ever. Okay? It is. It's the most watched. It's the most unpredictable. We see the craziest things happen in Super Bowls. They just do. Okay? The exact opposite of what we expect usually happens. So, I'm predicting that there's going to be a lot of points scored because the Chiefs usually score a lot of points. This game is probably going to end up being 10-9. If I'm going to be honest with you, it'll probably be a Niners win, and it'll be 17-14. That's the way Super Bowls work. Okay, so the truth is about a Super Bowl. Okay, my job as a sports talk radio host is to tell you how things are, is to tell you the truth about things, to give you analysis on things, okay, to make you think, to entertain you on your way to work. That's my job, okay? You don't have time to sit in front of your computer on ESPN, look at stats, and come up with your own analysis. You don't have time to do that, okay? You could probably have my job, but you don't have my job, so you need me to do it for you, okay? You do. You need me to do it for you. That's my job here as a sports talk radio host. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I got no idea. And neither do you, and neither does anybody, because the Super Bowl is that way. It is one game, and it's the most unpredictable game in sports. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I got all the answers. I don't. Okay, I am one of those guys that's going to sit here and say, this could happen, and this could happen. The way that these two teams have trended over the regular season tells me that this could happen. But I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know anything. If I'm being truthful, when it comes to this particular game, I literally know more than you, the listener. I don't know any more than you. I don't. Neither does Evan, neither does Matt, neither does anybody. Not myself. No. Nobody does. Not Cowherd, not Dan Patrick, not Rich Eisen, not Doug Gottlieb, not Stephen A. Smith. Nobody in sports media knows any more than you do when it comes to the Super Bowl. Let's be honest. So, what I think, 34-29, high-scoring game, that's what the league's been telling me. But, wouldn't surprise me at all if it was the exact opposite, the complete converse of what I think. That's my shot at the Super Bowl. That's my shot at it. And I'm not going to give it any more thought. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to eat my wings. I'm going to have my 60 McDonald's chicken nuggets. Okay? I'm going to have my 2 Taco Bell party packs. And I am just going to sit there and watch the Super Bowl, laugh at the commercials, come in on Monday, tell you what I saw, tell you how wrong I am, and that's going to be the end of the story. Bottom line.
Line never changed, too. The line's been
still at 1.5.
Chiefs 1.5, pretty much all of these last 2 weeks. The line never changed once.
So Vegas doesn't even know. Okay? It tells you that people are betting the Chiefs a little bit more. People are betting the Chiefs. But, again, don't be surprised if the Niners come out of nowhere. Maybe the Niners outscore the Chiefs. Maybe they just dominate offensively all game. Okay, maybe it's same old Andy Reid. Or maybe it's due for Andy Reid. Maybe Kyle Shanahan, proves how great he is. Or maybe he proves he needs a little bit more time. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo maybe he underperforms. Maybe he outperforms Patrick Mahomes. I don't know. Okay? The Rams were the best offensive team in the league last year, and they couldn't score anything on New England. And it isn't like New England's defense was great. They were good, but they weren't great. This was not a historic defense that we thought that they had this year. I'm out. I don't know. That's my best shot. That's all I'm going to be able to give you. I'm going to say Chiefs over the Niners, 34-29. All right. More Haystack coming up next on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. You're listening to the Haystack Show on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Good to have you back. Haystack Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Mike, Evan, Matt here on a Friday. Super Bowl Sundays this Sunday. 49ers and Chiefs. I like the Chiefs. Chiefs by 5, 34-29. I think it'll be more high scoring. Again, I'm going to go back to what I was talking about earlier. I'm just giving you a prediction. Okay. Listen. When it comes to the Super Bowl, none of us know anything. So let's not pretend like I am going to get this pick right. I think I'm going to get it right, but if I'm wrong, I'm not going to be like, well, I mean, I would have gotten it right if it. I'm not interested in that. So I'm going to go Chiefs over the 49ers, 34-29. I think the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Andy Reid gets his due. Listen, and to be honest, that's kind of what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes to get a Super Bowl. I think it's going to be the beginning of something special. With that being said, let's go to Matt Catarazola with the news.
So over the weekend, that's incorrect. This isn't the weekend. I don't know what day it is. It's fine.
It's Friday.
Today's Friday. Okay, cool.
You're a college student. You forget what day it is all the time.
I don't even know what year it is, dude. Going back to school has been such an adjustment.
You don't even know what college you go to.
I've written 2019 on every piece of paper so far. Every header. Just, oh, my God.
You taking any? What kind of classes are you taking this year?
I got a 3-hour lecture / lab on Monday and Wednesday.
What is it on?
It's like multimedia newsroom stuff, so we're doing like visual reporting, things like that.
All right, that doesn't sound too bad.
No, it's pretty interesting. The other one is for my minor, which is digital arts. It's kind of the same thing. We work on like Photoshop and things like that.
Yeah.
And then a couple more online classes, things like that. Like JRN credits, like you took them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so things like that. So, I mean, yeah, it's not that bad, just getting back in the swing of things.
Talk about the long break you had. What was it, January?
Oh, my God. So,
December 6th,
my last day of class was like December 9th, and I didn't go back until like the 27th of this month. Oh, my God. Talk about a routine change. So, yesterday, the football community is going crazy trying to decipher what this crazy, cryptic image that was posted on Tom Brady's Twitter by Tom Brady yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it here. Take a look at it.
Let me see.
Right? Take a look at it. It has no caption. There was no explanation with it, but Tom Brady tweeted that yesterday.
There's no caption. There's no nothing.
Caption.
Just that.
Yeah. So you can't exactly tell if he's walking out of the stadium, if he's walking into the stadium. You're not really sure. So
yeah, that's really
it's very strange.
Interesting.
It's very strange, and it's caused worldwide speculation of what this guy's going to do.
I mean, like, God, I don't even know. Like, that could literally be anything.
I'm gonna
maybe it doesn't indicate anything.
I'm just gonna take a guess out of left field. I could be 1,000,000% wrong, but I'm gonna take a guess. It's a Super Bowl ad. It's part
it could be.
It's part of a Super Bowl commercial.
Like a Super Bowl commercial? Okay.
I wouldn't put it past it. But of course, like everybody is going to throw the speculation around it because it's there. So
yeah, but I feel like he did that knowing that what it was going to do, because there's already been so much speculation on what he's going to do regarding his future. And by the way, Dante Scarnecchia retired also, which is a huge thing.
That's really big.
People don't realize
really
how big
big that Dante Scarnecchia retired. I mean,
that's probably the best offensive line coach in football.
Maybe football history.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been unbelievable for the Patriots. He's turned really average to below average offensive lines into great offensive lines. I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, I'll throw this out to you. Tell me what you think about this. You think sometimes athletes do stuff like this with Tom Brady because they want to keep fans and the media distracted? So, like, they'll post that, right? So Brady will post an image like that, and they'll say, all right, this will keep them busy for a while.
Right.
And then while you're actually pondering a decision or whatever you're doing, the media stays off your back because of something like that picture. I think athletes could do that.
Yeah, okay.
They throw it out there as bait for media to keep them busy.
Throw them a bone and then just to get them off their back for a little bit.
Right, exactly.
I listen, I get that. I don't think that's crazy.
No, I mean, listen, it's more conspiracy than reality probably, but I don't think it's altogether not possible. I really do think that could happen. But let's be honest. Is Tom Brady really going to leave New England?
I don't think so.
Like, is he really going to leave? Like, let's be honest.
I know Peter King reported yesterday that the Bucs are a sleeper team. The Buccaneers are a sleeper team.
I know. I've heard the Bucs. I've heard Tennessee. I've heard, obviously, everybody's heard the Chargers and Indianapolis, and they've heard teams like that. But let's be honest. Let's really be honest about the Brady situation. Is he honestly going to leave the Patriots? He's not leaving the Patriots. There's no way in hell he leaves the Patriots.
I don't think so either.
No way. Now, I think the Patriots draft a quarterback this year. I think that, listen, my first inclination is that the Patriots are going to draft a quarterback in the first round. I really think they're going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think whether it's a guy like Jordan Love or Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm.
I'm telling you, Jake Fromm is the fit for the Patriots. He is the fit. The kid is smart as hell, and he would love. Belichick would love coaching Jake Fromm. Love him.
Belichick loves Daniel Jones too.
Oh my God, loves Daniel. Didn't the Patriots want to draft Daniel Jones?
Belichick said, like, we doubt he's going to fall to us, but it would be great if he did.
He wanted Daniel Jones. Yeah. And then the Giants were just like, nope. We'll crush our fans' dreams.
6 overall.
That was fun.
Yeah, ended up being a good pick.
Yeah, it was. He's a good player. He's a real good player.
And I think he's gonna be for a while.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna be real good for a long time. All right.
So, actually, segueing into that, Saquon Barkley the other day met with head coach Joe Judge to kind of get a final meet and greet. And when asked, this is actually on First Take yesterday when Barkley was there. They asked him, "What did you ask?"
Right.
What did you ask Coach Judge? And he said, "I want to. Our team is to find a common why." So the search for the reason about why their expectations haven't been met, why things have been going so wrong, why they haven't found success, things like that. And he says that Coach Judge is a guy that you want to play for, a guy that has a good head on his shoulders, and a guy that clearly can't wait until August. So head coach Joe Judge already has the Giants' star players' full endorsement, which I think is a really, really important thing. Because in order to lead a team, you not only have to produce results, but you have to win that locker room, and you have to have the support of the players that you're coaching. Because remember, these are grown men. Like, these aren't college kids. These are grown men.
No,
some of them that have been in the league for years, and a person that only has special teams experience in the National Football League thus far doesn't exactly garner the credentials to say, "Oh yeah, we should listen to this guy." Some people might be a little reluctant to do it, but now that he's there and he commands a locker room, and he actually has. If you watch that press conference, he speaks with confidence, with assurance, and says, like, we're going to do what we got to do. And that's why I feel great about this hire.
Yeah, you can tell he's a great motivator. You can tell that he's a great culture guy. And you're right about the college NFL thing. In the NFL, there's a bigger notion of you've got to earn your respect, right? It isn't like in college where it's just like, all right, he recruited me, he recruited me, he brought me here, he gave me the scholarship, so therefore I'm going to respect my head coach. No, it doesn't work like that, okay? These players who have been around the block a few times are going to say, all right, coach, show us what you're going to do. That's why I believe that in a way, the players ran Jason Garrett out of Dallas. They were just like, all right, we just don't have respect for you anymore. Jerry Jones saw that. We're just like, all right, it's time to make a switch. I like that Joe Judge is getting the backing, but I don't buy necessarily the backing until they get their first win. When they get their first win, if they get off to a good start,
I think that's the thing. If they get off to a good start,
that's where the trust lies. Because I don't think the Giants are expecting Like, if you're going to be honest, like, players are always going to be like, all right, we're going to work hard, we're going to compete for a championship. Players are not stupid. Players understand that where their team is at, at the beginning of the year. Like, do you think the Miami Dolphins players were saying, like, we're going to win the Super Bowl? No. They're going to say, all right, we're going to compete and we're going to train like we're going to compete for a Super Bowl. But in reality, we're going to win 5 games at the very best.
Imagine they beat Dallas week 1. How much of a juice that would be?
Who? The Giants? Oh,
sick?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, listen.
Or the Eagles or anyone.
If Daniel Jones plays great, you beat Dak and Mike McCarthy with Dallas. I mean, that is a huge energy boost for the Giants.
Another guy that fully endorses Joe Judge and thinks he's going to be a great head coach is Gronk.
Yeah.
Said a couple days ago in an SNY interview, I think he'll be a great head coach. I think he's going to bring it. He's going to bring the attitude that needs it. It's a positive attitude, but it's also a reinforcement of bringing it to the table. So, lots of good stuff happening from this guy right now. Lots of good endorsements.
Especially if you're like 5-4 or something like that, the bye week, and again that'd be like right in the middle of the wild card race essentially, or in that 5-4. Again, that the players again will buy into the coach and get ready and say, okay, hey, we can make a run here. We can do something this year.
Right.
I mean, you hear from the Patriots, and a lot of Patriots have said nothing but good things about Joe Judge and what his commanding of the locker room, what the players have said about him. I know press conferences don't say everything, but I'm sure a lot of Giants fans or a lot of people question the hire saw him at the press conference and said, oh, okay, that's the right kind of guy we need to be the head coach of the New York Giants.
Exactly. Giants are a young team too, which is what a lot of executive guidance can help. So I think just that alone is super important.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, last thing, kind of switching gears a little bit. This had us absolutely going crazy off the air. So when we actually finally found out some answers, we only seemed to get crazier. So over the weekend, why do I keep saying that, Mike? Stop letting me say that. Yesterday, Bradford Doolittle, an ESPN staff writer, released the way too early 2020 MLB starting lineup rankings. And to say the least, they're interesting. Yeah. So number one, as most people would assume, is the Houston Astros. I mean, despite everything that's happened this offseason, it's still a very well-rounded lineup. Obviously, still very, very...
they don't have a weakness.
They don't have a weakness, exactly. Good combinations of righties and lefties.
Power and average on
patience,
base,
contact,
and speed,
balance.
Yeah,
everything.
they got everything.
Yeah.
You're right.
New York Mets came in at number 3, and
Dodgers are 2, right?
my Yankees are all the way down at 9.
Dodgers are 2, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'm-
this guy thinks that the Red Sox, the Braves, the Athletics, the Cubs, the Dodgers, the Angels, Mets, and Astros all have a better rotation.
I want to
Right.
get this guy in the air, just lay into him a little
Hey, you know what's
bit.
funny is that this Yankees lineup does not include Aaron Hicks.
Right, well, because Aaron Hicks going to be out till August or
Probably
whatever.
July, August, yeah.
So, I mean, the thing that really baffles me is how are the Reds and the Twins not higher?
That's what I was thinking.
Like, that blows me. The
Now
Twins
the
are like
Reds-
12, and the Reds are what, 19 or something?
Twins are
Twins are 12,
Reds are,
Reds are 17.
and the Diamondbacks.
I don't get that. Does that Reds lineup include Castellanos or no?
It
It does.
should.
It does. Has him 4th.
And the D-backs lineup, who just added Sterling Marte, are 23rd.
I don't know. Like, I'd love to get this guy on the air to explain himself. Seriously. Like, I don't have any problem with the Astros at 1. The Mets at 3, I think, is worth some explaining. I think the Dodgers at 2 is worth some explaining.
I think the Angels being higher than the Cubs, A's, Yankees, and Braves is questionable.
And honestly, the Red Sox, I'm not even going to, I won't lie to you. The Red Sox, as currently constituted, have a good lineup. They do.
Very good
Pitching's their problem.
And the Nationals who just lost their probably second best hitter is ranked above the Twins.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'd say Rendon was their second best hitter. Rendon, I think, was probably their best guy, but
that one puzzles me.
You'd say over Soto?
I would take Rendon over Soto right now. Yeah.
All right.
But
the Nationals lineup. Okay, Nationals is what? Soto, Trey Turner,
Adam Eaton, Eric Thames, Howie Kendrick, Asdrubal Cabrera, Victor Robles, Jan Gomes, Ryan Zimmerman. They just signed. They're bringing him back.
Still not.
It's still decent.
It's an okay lineup.
It's good, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not great. Losing Rendon hurts.
Yeah, a lot.
So I don't know.
Gaining Rendon put the Angels at 4.
I mean, they're going to hit the Angels. That's a pretty. Again, that's a. I don't know if they're 4, but that's still a pretty good lineup.
What are they saying the Angels lineup is?
Fletcher, Trout, Rendon, Ohtani, Pujols, Upton, Adele, Castro, and Simmons.
Oh, so they're banking on Joe Adele coming right up and starting.
Yep. Batting 7th.
Who's their catcher again?
Hold, please. Castro.
Okay. All right. I mean, like I said, it's Angels. That's a solid lineup. I don't know if it's 4th. I mean,
a little strange.
That's what I mean. That's
pretty high.
I don't know. I think they're stretching a little bit.
Yeah,
I really do.
How far was the Rockies again? What were they, like 25th or 26th? How far was the Rockies? And now, of course, they still have Arenado.
The Rockies were 28th.
28th.
That's with Charlie Blackmon, Arenado, and Trevor Story. Not bad. Better than. I'd say they're higher than the. I'd say they're higher than the Royals. I'd say they're higher than the Giants.
I mean, they lost a lot, but like Blackmon, Arenado, Story, Ian Desmond. I mean, Daniel Murphy is still there. Like, I wouldn't say that's 28th. I mean,
they're saying they're
going to hit.
They're saying they're only better than all the Orioles and the Royals and the Tigers.
I mean, those are the 3 worst lineups in baseball. We can all agree on that. Those are the three worst
Who?
lineups.
The Royals?
Orioles, and
Tigers.
We can agree.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 worst.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The Rockies are not their level.
No.
Well, they're not that. No way.
That's a long way down. I don't know. All right.
Odd list.
The Marlins are ahead of them. I wouldn't say the Marlins are a better lineup than the Rockies.
Yeah, that's. Who do the Marlins have? I'm not kidding. Who do the Marlins have in their lineup?
Jonathan Villar, Corey Dickerson, Brian Anderson, Jesus Aguilar, Jorge Alfaro, Miguel Rojas, Eisen Diaz, and Luis Brinson.
And Aguilar's a buck 90 batting average guy.
I'll say this. I mean, it's better than what I thought, but still, I don't know if I'd put that. I don't know. That's a little. I'd love to get him on the air just to shred him, just to light him up a little bit. All right,
let's hit up Bradford Doolittle.
That's right. That's the news. Matt Catarazzolo, Big J journalist. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, so who do you like for the Super Bowl, guys?
Defense wins championships.
So what?
A defense has never seen something like Mahomes before.
Right.
So I think Mahomes can kind of disprove that theory. I think it's not going to be as high scoring as you say it is. I don't think either team breaches 30 points. I think this is going to be like... Because the game is going to be decided between the Chiefs' offensive line and the Niners' defensive line.
Okay.
The game is going to be decided between if that Chiefs' offensive line can keep Mahomes protected. Mahomes is good no matter what. He can be flushed out of the pocket and still make something happen.
Right.
He can roll to his left and still make a throw. He can roll to his right and still make a throw. He can close his eyes, turn around, somersault, still make a throw, do whatever he wants. But
he could probably somersault and make a throw, yeah.
Exactly. So what I think is going to happen is if the Niners secondary can play to the strength that they've been kind of doing, piggybacking off of their front seven as they have been all season.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the key. However, I do see the Chiefs kind of being the match for this Niners defense that kind of hasn't seen, any challenges all season aside from the New Orleans game, which they still won, you know. So I'm gonna still say Kansas City. I think Andy Reid gets a chip. I think Mahomes has. If Mahomes wins a Super Bowl, that has to be one of the best 2-year starts to a career in sports history.
You win MVP
right?
in the Super Bowl, maybe Super Bowl MVP too.
Yeah. Right.
I can't. If the Chiefs win, I can't see anyone else winning Super Bowl MVP unless Chris Jones or Frank Clark has crazy 4 sacks or 5 sacks, strip sack, fumble, intercept, something like that. Unless somebody makes a crazy defensive clutch play, I don't see anybody on the offensive side of the ball that can really take that away from Mahomes.
Before we go to the caller, Evan, did you hear the Mets signed Matt Adams?
Really?
Yes.
Interesting signing.
All right. So with that, who do we have on the phone?
Nathan, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you guys doing? Happy Friday. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. What do you got?
So I got a couple things. First, I just want to send my prayers to all the families involved in that crash with Kobe Bryant and other families. And I just want to send my prayers to Vanessa Bryant and her other 3 daughters. And I'm sure they're going through a tough time right now. And Kobe was my idol growing up. I watched him play. He was a great player. Man, this is too devastating to see. I still can't get over the fact that his daughter was involved here, a 13-year-old daughter, coming up in her prime and already having her father's fadeaway shot, acting like her father, the same mindset, the Mamba mentality. It's just hard to see this, especially with the other families too. One whole family's gone now with the two daughters gone, and it's just horrible to see this. So my prayers go out to all these families involved and wishing them great things. But I got for the Super Bowl, I got the Chiefs. I'm taking the over, so I'm picking the Chiefs to win 45-37. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, in my opinion. And the 49ers need to score. Obviously, they need to score. I think they need to score over 30 points in order to win this game. But I think the Chiefs' offense is too firepower right now. Patrick Mahomes is playing on another level, and I think Andy Reid, this is an opportunity to get his first ring as a head coach. So I think the Chiefs will come out on fire, and I think the 49ers will keep it close, but I think the score will be 45-37. That's my opinion.
That's a really high score.
That would be awesome. First of all, that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
If it was a 45-37, I think that'd be sick.
Oh, I'd love that. Evan would hate it.
Nah, that would be really cool.
Evan would hate it because he doesn't want anything more than field goals ever.
Apparently so.
I thought last year was great. It was great defense being played. I don't care about that. Just show me touchdowns. I want fireworks.
I thought it was a great coaching matchup last year between the two. I thought it was really intriguing.
God,
the Niners need to get to Mahomes, not just get after him. What the Niners need to do is get to Mahomes. What the Chiefs need to do is force Garoppolo to throw. That's it. Because if they let that running game go and they let Breida and Mostert, is Tevin Coleman healthy? Is Tevin Coleman going to play? Tevin Coleman's cleared. So if they have that 3-headed tandem of that running back, of that backfield back there, and they get going and they get in a rhythm, that's going to be very hard to stop. Mostert alone had 200 scrimmage yards and 4 touchdowns in the NFC Championship. So think about that.
And the Niners just block so well on the offensive line and the tight end position. George Kittle, one of the more complete tight ends in the game. They run the football effectively again. They're going to keep Mahomes off the field. They'll win this. That will be the key to win this game. Limit Mahomes and keep him off the field. So.
Yeah, and then I got one more thing, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah. So I'm a big Yankee fan, and apparently Vegas is saying that we have the best odds to get Nolan Arenado. Do you believe that?
I saw that.
No.
I saw they said it was. I think it's like plus 300.
Yeah.
To get Arenado.
That would be something. That
No.
would be something.
We're not getting him.
Now you figure what? Andujar and, hypothetically speaking, that'd be what? Andujar and
The one thing we don't need, right?
Would be part of that trade?
The one thing we don't need. Okay, yeah, but you know, I saw that Andujar was getting reps at first. He was getting reps in left field. So listen, our infield is too crowded already. I don't think. I mean, would it be great? Sure, but would I give up young assets like Andujar or Urshela right now just for Arenado? I don't think so.
How about this? Let me ask you a question, Nathan. If you would like this for Arenado, if the Yankees get Arenado, are the Rockies paying half his salary?
I think I think the only way Cashman does this if the Rockies eat half the salary. Yeah.
All right, because that would be the only way that it would happen too, and therefore, I think it has no shot of happening. The Rockies are trying to use this as a salary dump. They're trying to pick up prospects at the same time. Yeah. They don't want to pay that contract. I don't know who the odds makers are. I don't know who it came out from. But saying the Yankees are the favorite, I think, is a little bit misled. It is not realistic. Because think about it. You've got to pick. You take on Arenado. The Yankees now have 3 outrageously massive contracts without even signing their own guys. So that's without Judge's future contract. That's without Gleyber Torres' future contract. Anybody else's, right? I mean, they'd already be Gary Sanchez, right? He might not warrant that crazy amount of money, but Judge and Torres would, and you'd already have you'd have Arenado on the books, you'd have Stanton on the books, and you're already locked into Garrett Cole for 9 years. So you're going to bring in 3 massive contracts for that. The only way the Yankees would do it is if the Rockies cut his salary in half by paying it off over the next 9 years, which won't happen. So I don't think to me, it isn't possible.
Arenado signed an 8-year, $260 million contract.
Yeah, so he's making
with $260 million guaranteed.
So it's a fully
guaranteed 8-year contract. So when you think about all that, no. Right now, the Yankees just gave Garrett Cole $324 million. We're gonna have to pay Judge.
And you're already paying Stanton a crap ton of money.
Paying Stanton a lot of money. We're going to have to pay Judge and Torres. Both should be paid. Like, those are also ridiculous contract-worthy players.
Right. Judge could get $300 million.
$300 million. Gleyber could get $200 million. Gary, somewhere would pay Gary to get $200 million.
I don't think so. Gary would probably make close to 100.
Teams would pay Gary.
I mean, the best catcher in baseball is making like 60 or something like that. Whatever Yasmani Grandal signed for.
Gary's making 60?
I would say Gary makes no more than like 80.
No, I'm saying Gary's the best catcher in baseball. Anyway, but it doesn't matter. So, listen, no, I don't want to eat more money right now. We've had our fair share of dumb contracts. We just got over the whole we just dumped Ellsbury a few weeks ago.
And we ate Ellsbury.
Oh my God. We're still eating Ellsbury.
You know, we filed a case against him, but
no more dumb money.
Yeah, I would say back off it for a little bit. I'm not. Again, Arenado to the Yankees would be awesome, attractive. It would be unbelievable for that lineup, but let's be honest, it's just not realistic.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys, and have a great day.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, coming up next, it's Friday, so you know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have Evan make his Super Bowl pick because he didn't do it, and he's been teasing it all week. He hasn't told anybody. I'm the guy that's actually been nice to our listeners and said where I think the Super Bowl is going. Evan has not, so I'm going to let Evan take a Super Bowl pick, and then it's Deathmatch.
Oh, all right. Wait, so
Super Bowl edition of Deathmatch.
Before we go, Evan and I were talking about this on the air. Who do you think gets traded first, Arenado or Mookie Betts?
Mookie Betts.
Yeah?
I think it's Mookie Betts.
Yes, that's what Evan said, because the Red Sox start spring training, pitchers and catchers report on February 17th. It's in like 2 weeks, so they want him off and gone before then. So are we going to see a package?
Plus, I don't think the Rockies are sold on trading Arenado.
Right, but Arenado is pretty fed up right now because
Arenado's pissed, but let's be honest. This is not the NBA. It's not a star-driven league.
Are we going to see a Mookie Betts, David Price package to like a team like the Dodgers? Are we just going to see Mookie get traded to a team like the Padres? What do you think happens?
I think the Dodgers are going to try and push hard to make it happen.
I think that would be cool.
They've got the prospect capital to make it happen, and they have the urgency because they're trying to compete for World Series. It makes absolutely no sense why they'd be reluctant to give up prospects.
Right.
Think about it. So, like, if the Dodgers say, all right, the number 2 prospect in baseball, Gavin Lux, our number 1 guy, he's off the table, right? If you want to be like that, fine. Gavin Lux can be off the table, whatever.
Right.
Everybody after that, from Dustin May to Campusano to Campusano's not for not them. Keibert Ruiz to literally anybody. It could be literally be any other anybody else. They got to be on the table. They got to be on the way to Boston. They have to be.
Think about
okay.
it.
If I'm the Red Sox, the conversation starts with Dustin May.
Yeah. Think about that lineup, dude. Justin Turner.
Who does Mookie Betts replace? So Will Smith is behind the plate. Muncy plays first, right? Turner's at third, Seager's at short.
Peterson.
The Dodgers outfield is Peterson, Bellinger, A.J. Pollock.
So probably Peterson. Or, unless you wanted to do this, you could throw Bellinger back at first base, move Muncy to second.
That might be where they go.
And then put Betts in the outfield with Peterson and Pollock.
That might be where they go.
Put Betts in center field, have Pollock play right, and Jock Peterson play left.
That sounds like a good. I think that.
So what would that lineup look like? So you'd probably go.
Right now, the Dodgers lineup is Peterson, Muncy, Turner, Bellinger, Seager, Verdugo, Lux, and Will Smith.
Oh, so maybe Lux plays second base starting next year. Maybe. So maybe Jock Peterson's the.
I looked at the Dodgers.
Maybe he's the odd man out.
I looked at the Dodgers depth chart. Lux is currently slated as starting second baseman.
Okay.
So all right. So let's say this. So let's say the Dodgers lineup is. Let's go. How about Pollock 1, Betts 2, Turner 3, Bellinger 4.
Seager at 5.
I'd probably go Muncy 5, Seager 6, and then you'd have Lux and Will Smith in the pitcher. That's
nuts.
Unbelievable.
That's nasty.
That is unbelievable.
See right there, that's a team I think could compete with the Yankees.
I think that
would be a.
And I still think the Yankees could use another bat. I really do.
Well, yeah.
I don't think they need one, but could they use one? Yes.
Listen, man, as long as we don't have a record, as long as we don't have 31 dudes go on the IR again, I think we're fine. We have half that. If we have half that number go on the IR, I think we're
By the way,
fine.
Cameron Maben is still a free agent.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Shouldn't they just say, like, all right, Cameron, come back on a minor league deal. Go ahead. Here you come. Here we go.
Couldn't hurt.
Bring him back. Screw it. I'm actually like, dude, he was so good for you last year. It was such a good spark plug. Bring him back. Seriously, it makes no sense to me.
With the Dodgers, it's really about the bullpen. How do you replace Hunter and Ryu in the starting rotation? And can you finally get over?
Well, they can replace Ryu in the rotation with their young guys. So, like, if they still have Tony Gonsolin, then they can plug him into the rotation and do that. But, because I think they're going to have enough starting pitching. You have Kershaw and you have Buehler. And then I think Kenta Maeda is a really solid starter. I think the assets are there for the Dodgers. The bullpen, I think, is getting more and more solidified. You got Jansen, you got Baez, you got Treinen. You've got guys like that. You add Betts, that puts you over the top. That's unbelievable. And that's the thing. Prospects should not hold the Dodgers back. They should not.
And even if they package a guy like Price in with Betts.
Right. And then you insert Price into the rotation.
Which has been.
And there you go.
Which has been what the speculated move would be. If the Betts trade to Los Angeles does happen, Price's name has been attached to it.
Price is going in that deal.
Right.
So then the Dodgers would have to make the money work a little bit.
Yeah, because
it's like with the Padres.
So they probably have to sacrifice
It's like
decent-sized contract to go along with that.
It's like the Padres. If whatever trade like Arenado or Mookie Betts you're going to make with the Padres, Will Myers might be a part of that deal too.
So maybe you give up. Who would you give up? I don't even know.
Price signed a 7-year, $217 fully guaranteed.
I know. He has one of the biggest contracts by a pitcher in Major League
with
history.
The Red Sox, with an annual set, he's making $31 million a year. So, yeah, so maybe the Dodgers have to move someone around to take on that money.
Probably.
I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But, yeah, I say that Mookie Betts is not in a Red Sox uniform by next season.
He might not be in a Red Sox uniform by 2 weeks from now or next week.
Oh, yeah. Very possible. All right. We'll have Evan make a Super Bowl pick, and then it's Deathmatch. It's Friday Athlete Deathmatch. It's a Friday Super Bowl edition. It's coming up next. Haystack Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. You're listening to the Haystack Show on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
All right, Evan. Time's the time.
Give the people what they want.
Who are you taking for the Super Bowl?
Well,
Maddie and I are both on the Chiefs. Who do you like?
Well, Mike, you've pretty much guessed it. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers.
Of course you are.
I'm going to pick the 49ers. I just think they're the most well-complete team. They're the most well-rounded team. I think what's really going to help the 49ers is their running attack. They were the second-best team in the NFL all year long against running the football, only second to the Ravens, who literally ran away with that statistic. The Chiefs' defense has been 26th, 28th against the run all year long, bottom 20s all year long against the run. They did a good job last year against Derrick Henry, but this is a combination of running backs that they got to face. I think the 49ers' defensive line will cause a lot of pressure on Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes really hasn't faced a defense like this before, maybe throughout his entire career. If I'm really thinking about so far these first 2 years of Pat Mahomes, he really hasn't seen a defense like this. The offensive line is really going to have to hold up for the Chiefs. I do think the Chiefs will put up some points early. But I do think the Niners will just make too many big plays on defense with sacks and maybe an interception or two. I think the 49ers offense will run the football. Garoppolo makes some plays when he's asked. I'll say 27-23 in a really good football game. Could go either way, but I'm going to say the 49ers 27-23. I think it's going to be a real good football game.
All right.
But there we go.
So there you go. You've been hiding from the people your Super Bowl pick, and it is exactly what I predicted.
I like to save it for the day before the Super Bowl, but or the Friday before the Super Bowl, but you kept going at me,
pushing and
going at me for it. There you go. But
all right, so
that's
Evan's on the Niners. I think Monica was on the Niners. I think Monica's with you on the Niners.
But I've heard 4 Chiefs now from here. I've heard Speedy, Nathan, and now you two. 4 Chiefs. The game is going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a good game. I am pulling for Andy Reid. I really am. I think everyone outside of the 49ers fan base are pulling for Andy Reid here.
Now, what do you want more? Do you want Andy Reid to get his more, or do you want to be right more?
I mean, hey, right or wrong doesn't matter. It's just what I think is good. It's just who I think is going to win the football game. I would love to see Andy Reid get his first. Andy Reid has had such an incredible coaching career, one of the top coaches in the game for 20 years, along with Belichick.
Yeah.
Man, he's gotten everything except that one. He's a Hall of Famer regardless, but if he wins this one, cherry on top of the cake. You cannot argue that Andy Reid's not a Hall of Famer, because I'm sure some people would argue, well, Andy Reid can't be a Hall of Famer because he doesn't have a ring.
Now, here's a question for you.
You can't argue right there.
Here's a question for you before we get into deathmatch.
Sure.
Jimmy Garoppolo is a 2-time Super Bowl champion before this as the backup for the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
So if he wins this Super Bowl, is he a 3-time Super Bowl champ or a 1-time Super Bowl champ?
One time.
Has he ever taken a snap in a Super Bowl before?
Can't really count backup. Can't really count his time as a backup with the Patriots. That was Tom Brady. Brady started in that game.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
He's technically 3-time, but as a starting quarterback in his full-time starting career, first-time Super Bowl champion. No one's going to refer to Garoppolo as a 3-time Super Bowl champion. They're going to say, yo, he won the Super Bowl last year, et cetera.
Starting quarterback, because he actually played. So it's kind of a pretty big discrepancy between first time and 3-time when you actually play in the third time.
With that said,
here we go.
Friday Athlete Deathmatch. Here we go.
Super Bowl edition of it. So let's get into it. The quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo versus Pat Mahomes.
I would take Patrick Mahomes.
I would take Mahomes. That arm strength's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah, and Jimmy G's too much of a pretty boy.
I think Mahomes would throw a punch,
and Jimmy G would be too afraid to break a nail.
Make eye contact with Jimmy G and just be like, "What am I doing? I I can't ruin that.
I have women to attract.
What am I doing? I think Jimmy G would just stare at Mahomes, and Mahomes would cripple to his knees because of how gorgeous he is.
Yeah.
You know?
Up next, Fred Warner at 6'3", 236 against Anthony Hitchens at 6', 235.
Ooh.
Fred Warner
Fred Warner's a beast.
and Anthony Hitchens, former Cowboy.
I think I'd take Warner.
Yeah, I would probably take Fred Warner. Close, because Hitchens is an animal, but Fred Warner, I would take Fred Warner.
Tight end battles. Travis Kelce at 6'5", 260 against George Kittle, 6'4", 250.
I don't think I could go against George Kittle.
Nah, dude, I'm not going against George Kittle.
6'4", 250. Travis Kelce is what, Evan?
Kelce is 6'5", 260.
Wow, he is bigger. Kelce is bigger. I would take Kittle, though.
Kittle's an animal. Kittle's an animal.
I mean, Kittle's like a professional wrestler.
Kittle's
like,
nuts.
Loves
I love
wrestling.
him.
I would take George Kittle.
Mitchell Schwartz at 6'5", 320 against Joe Staley at 6'5", 295.
Mitchell Schwartz.
How old is Mitchell Schwartz? 'Cause I know Staley's been in the league for a while.
Joe Staley is 35. Mitchell Schwartz is 30.
Okay. I think I'd take Mitchell Schwartz.
I think I'd probably take Schwartz, too. Even though Joe Staley is quick.
Yeah.
Joe
Hasn't
Staley's
lost a
quick.
step.
Joe Staley used to play wide receiver. Like,
Yeah,
he just bulked up to left tackle.
I'll take Mitchell Schwartz.
Mike McGlinchey at 6'8", 315 versus Chris Jones, 6'6", 310.
All right, Mike McGlinchey at 6'8", 315 versus Chris Jones,
Mike McGlinchey is 6'8". My God.
6'6", 310.
I'd probably take Chris Jones.
I'd probably take Jones, too, even though I think McGlinchey would give him...
A run for his money.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a
Big
sick
time.
fight.
That would be an awesome fight.
Sammy Watkins at 6'1", 211 against Emmanuel Sanders at 5'11", $180.
Nah,
I think I'd have to go Sammy
I'd probably take
Watkins.
Sammy.
I mean, even though Emmanuel Sanders is probably one of those fighters that doesn't give up, but Sammy Watkins is just so much bigger. He's 30 pounds heavier and he's 2 inches taller. I would take Sammy Watkins.
All right, ready? What about
Go for it.
Tyrann Mathieu versus Richard Sherman?
All right, so Tyrann Mathieu is
Right.
5'9", 190, and Richard
I think
Sherman
Richard Sherman's a little bit taller.
is 6'3", 195. I would take Sherman.
I'm taking Sherman, too.
I would take Sherman. All right, I got one. Here you go. Quan Alexander versus Reggie Ragland.
Ooh. Quan Alexander's a freak athlete, dude.
Quan Alexander.
That guy's fast and he is hard. He's a
Yeah.
hard hitter.
I'm going
Quan Alexander is 6'1", 227,
Reggie Ragland is...
and Reggie Ragland is 6'2", 252. Ragland's so much bigger. I'm taking Reggie. I would take Reggie. Reggie Ragland is a beast.
I myself to go Quan Alexander. Battle of the fullbacks. I'm going to go this one. Battle of the fullbacks. Juszczyk versus Anthony Sherman.
Juszczyk. Juszczyk is the king of fullbacks.
So Anthony Sherman is 5'10", 242, and Kyle Juszczyk,
6'1", 240 pounds.
that is really close. This actually looks like it's like a boxing match. Not kidding. If you look at both of them,
I think I'd still take Juice.
I would maybe... Give me Anthony Sherman.
All right, you ready?
I would take Sherman.
Battle of the rookies. Debo Samuel versus Mecole Hardman.
Isn't Hardman pretty tall, though? How tall is Hardman?
Debo is 5'11", 214. Mecole Hardman
Debo's a thick boy,
is
though.
5'10", 187.
Oh,
Debo's a thick boy. I might have
I'd
to take
take
Debo.
Debo.
I think I'd probably
I'd take
Debo.
Debo.
I'll take Debo, too.
Debo. You ever see Friday? Know that
Give me-
movie? No?
Yeah. He was Mr. Irrelevant in our fantasy draft. You took him with the last pick.
I did. I didn't regret it. I played him a few weeks. Put him in that slot. Put him in that flex. Oh, you mean the league that I won the entire thing?
Yeah, the league that I told you were going to win, and you called me an idiot because like this team's not going to win. I'm like,
Well, dude, who would have thought that I drafted the
MVP.
I drafted the Patriots defense. Who would have thought that they would have been the best regular season defense?
You drafted the MVP.
And I drafted the MVP. And I drafted Thielen, who didn't play like 9 games.
I know.
Oh God, I'm so smart.
And you got Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I got Saquon and like I think Kareem Hunt.
I got a good one for you guys. DeForest Buckner at 6'7", 300 pounds against Eric Fisher.
You don't have to say the second one.
Eric Fisher, 6'10", 315.
What did I say? What did I say before? Like, what did I say is my deathmatch athlete to rule all deathmatch athletes?
Buckner.
It's DeForest Buckner.
DeForest Buckner, 6'7", 300. Eric Fisher, 6'7", 315.
I don't care. I'm taking Buckner.
I'd take Buckner.
Buckner was made in a lab underneath the ground in Soviet Russia. That's where Buckner was manufactured.
He's a nuclear force.
I want him to be Super Bowl MVP. I really like Super Bowls are always. I think the best Super Bowls have defensive MVPs. You know?
We actually have to give our Super Bowl MVPs. We didn't give our Super Bowl MVPs when we make our predictions.
Patrick Mahomes, move on.
Yeah.
Mahomes, nothing matters.
Yeah. If the Chiefs win, it's going to be Mahomes. If the Niners win, I say it'll be Bosa.
I'm picking the 49ers. I'm going to roll with George Kittle. I'm going
Wow.
bold. I'm going bold. George Kittle.
All right, give us like 2 more, Evan.
All right, I have one. Okay, battle of the pass rushers. Nick Bosa against Frank Clark.
That's a good one.
Nick Bosa is 6'4", 266. I think Frank Clark's a little bigger. 6'3", 260. Actually, I'm wrong. Nick Bosa's bigger.
I take Nick. Nick's a dog.
Give me Frank Clark. I would take Frank Clark by a little bit, but I would take him.
What about you, Ev?
I might go Frank Clark. I'm gonna go Frank Clark too. I'm gonna say Frank Clark.
All right, ready? I have a good one.
Go on.
All right, so Robert Saleh versus Harrison Butker. The kicker versus the defensive coordinator.
Robert Saleh versus Harrison Butker. Robert Saleh.
Yeah, Saleh's a tank.
Robert Saleh.
Saleh's a tank.
Lauren Tardif against Sheldon Day.
Who was the first one?
Laurent Duvernay Tardif
6'5", 321.
versus
Sheldon
who?
Sheldon Day at 6'1", 294.
I like Sheldon Day.
Yeah, Sheldon Day. I would take all day Sheldon Day.
There you go.
All right, let's go. All right, here we go. I got one. You ready for this? You ready for this? Are you sure you're ready for this?
Probably not, but go ahead.
Are you certain that you are ready for this?
Okay, let's go.
Are you sure?
Oh my God, dude, just go.
I'm trying to pass time. That's why I'm doing that.
Got it. Okay, just go.
All right, seriously, dude. Okay, fine. You know what? Just fuck.
Do you have one or not? Like
Me versus you.
me versus you, you would pound me. I'm not in shape physically, and I'm physically inept. I have allergies. I'm not. No.
I have allergy.
Andy Reid versus Kyle Shanahan.
Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like one swift punch from Andy is a pretty big blow.
All right.
Eric Bieniemy versus Steve Spagnuolo.
The same team.
Yeah, they get into an argument.
I would take Eric Bieniemy.
All right.
All right. How about this? So
Derek Johnson against Patrick Willis.
Oh, we're going past now?
Now we're going past.
If we're going past, like... Ah, man.
Oh, I got a good one if we're going past. Patrick Willis is 6'1", 242.
So do I.
And Derek Johnson.
Derek Johnson's a big boy.
Give me Derek Johnson. I would take Derek Johnson. Close, but I would take Derek Johnson.
Jamal Charles or Frank Gore?
Oh, I knew that was going to be the next one.
Gore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Gore,
I would
too.
take Gore.
I'm going Gore.
Jamal
too.
Charles did get hurt a lot.
All right, here we go. Joe Montana
Oh my God. Against Chiefs Joe Montana. Joe Montana versus Chiefs Joe Montana.
Joe Montana versus Len Dawson.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
I take Joe Montana.
Hang on.
Now you're gonna bring up the Len Dawson Pepsi and cigarette story, right?
It was a fresco.
Len Dawson, 6 foot 190, and Cool Joe
Cool Joe.
was 6'2", 200. I'm going to take Len Dawson.
Damn. All right.
All right. I had one more, too.
I have one too, and I can't think of it.
Hang on.
Willie Rofe against. Come on.
All right.
Oh, Bryant Young. Willie Rofe against Bryant Young.
Brian Young.
Yeah, Young. All right, here we go. I'm going to go present, past here. And we're going to finish with this.
Better be a good one.
John Lynch versus John Dorsey.
John Lynch. I'm taking John Lynch all the way.
John
Lynch was a linebacker. Like John Lynch.
No, John Lynch was a safety.
A safety, whatever.
And John Dorsey is just a mammoth.
And John Dorsey just likes to kill. Just wants to kill.
I'll tell you what, buddy boy.
Buddy boy.
John Lynch, you have no idea my power of John Dorsey.
I'll take John Lynch.
No,
taking John Lynch.
Yeah, John Lynch.
All right.
Part of the best, maybe the best defense ever with the 0-2 Bucks. I can't go against John Lynch. Not in a fight.
All right, Matt versus Evan.
I would never hit Evan ever. I'll see like.
All right, so then Evan would win.
Yeah, I would not. I'm sorry, Evan. I would let you kill me. I wouldn't hit you back.
Me versus Evan.
I think just because you hate Evan so much, you would just.
His hatred.
I'd murder Evan.
You would hit Evan, and
Yeah, but-
Evan would be dead before
Yeah,
he hit
but-
the ground. Evan would just be dead
but
before he
there's-
hit the ground.
Yeah, but there's a difference between Mike's outspoken hatred of me and my quiet, deceiving.
Matt's just. I said me versus you. You're just like I'm not in shape. You pound me.
I have
like
no self-confidence. Even with my life hanging in the balance, I wouldn't.
you just
sorry.
like sit there like a dog and just.
Oh man, fine. Just do your thing. I'm just gonna close my eyes.
Yeah, right.
Do whatever you gotta do.
Oh Jesus! All right,
Happy Super
that's
Bowl
Friday
Sunday.
Athlete Deathmatch. Enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll be back on Monday.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.